Hello, yes, this is your girl, Queen of Commentary, and we are back with another video. Yes, we're going to be talking about Bishop T.D. Jakes, and I'm just going to talk about how I feel about him. All right, but you know what to do. Thumbs up this video, subscribe if you have not already, cut your notifications on, and leave us a comment. Anyone who listens to my videos, you guys know that we're spiritual on this channel. I mean, this all came to play when I started doing the So Chanel Chronicles, guys. And actually, So Chanel Chronicles is what really led me to even knowing who Bishop T.D. Jakes is, because I, quite frankly, never liked him, or, really, I didn't like his way of preaching, and that's okay. Everything is not for everyone. And so we put this topic, I had shared a few videos, and you guys just seen the video of him gallivanting and having a good time. And anybody who's old school, certain spirits that you can see. You don't have to hear it from the horse's mouth, if you will, and you don't have to read it. You just know. It's called discernment. And you can look at this particular bishop or pastor or whatever you want to call him and tell that he is fighting some kind of demons. It is what it is. We call the truth here, and you guys may not agree, and that's fine. You do not have to agree with me, but we will respect each other. So when you guys leave comments, guys, be respectful. Hey, I read them, and I respect everyone's opinions. Okay, I just ask that you do the same with mine. All right. So you guys know that there are some things circulating through Diddy. Diddy and T.D. Jakes are friends. Okay, as you can see in this picture right here, you see him putting up some little sign, and you guys can let me know what that sign is if you would like. I already know, but I'm not going to put it out there. But just know that it's not godly. And a lot of people are saying in my comments on my other social medias, they're saying that Jesus hung out with the sinners, if you will. They were real specific. They said, with robbers and with fornicators and things of that nature. And I wouldn't say that he hung out with them. I would say that he healed them, he taught them, and he required them to go forth and sin no more. And so by no means is T.D. Jakes Jesus. I don't understand why people would say, oh, they compared him to Jesus. Even on the community board, there's a small little discussion there as well about this same topic. Okay, now right here, as you can see, you saw Tyler Perry come over and lay hands, and all of a sudden you see him up back there acting a fool. This is so wrong, to play around with God and to play around. He looks like he's being possessed by Medea. I don't know. But this was really a huge turnoff. This particular clip is 10 plus years old. It doesn't matter. I think T.D. Jakes is 66 years old. And so he's been around a long time. And this lady right here, she started screaming and screaming and saying, he's pushing a baby out. He's push that baby out. What baby, honey? What are you talking about? Anyway, you guys can rewind that if you want and everything. But I just don't agree with him hanging out with Diddy. You guys let me know. Should a bishop hang around with Diddy? Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refer to the word and what it says a pastor should be. Okay? So give me a second. So in 1 Timothy chapter 3, 1 through 7, okay, this passage outlines the qualifications for overseers, pastors, bishops, okay, and emphasizes qualities such as being above reproach. Okay, now above reproach, it means that a pastor or shepherd should have a reputation that is beyond criticism or accusation. They should have a life that is morally upright and free from any behavior or actions that could bring discredit to themselves or the church. So he's out of order for hanging with Diddy. out of order. This includes being honest, trustworthy, and having a good character that aligns with the teachings of the Bible. It also means avoiding any behavior that could be seen as questionable or compromising, both in their personal life and in their ministry. Being above reproach is important because it helps maintain the credibility and integrity of the pastor. Okay, so if the pastor is doing anything that is questionable, there's an old saying out here: don't bend over in a watermelon patch. If you see someone bending over in a watermelon patch, you're going to assume they're taking a watermelon. Okay, so him going to Diddy parties and taking photos with Diddy with all kinds of devilish signs and things like that, that is not appropriate. And please don't bring up Jesus saying that he hung out with people like that, because he didn't. He healed people. He told them to go for it and not sin anymore. He didn't get in the boat with them. Okay, he didn't go into sin with them. Okay. Temperate, meaning no anger. He can't have an attitude. Self-control, has to self-control himself. Okay, and it's obvious that he cannot. He's a very money-driven man. Okay, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not given to drunkenness, not violent, and not pursuing dishonest gain. Okay, so anybody who wants to come for me, you're not coming for me. You're coming for the word. Okay, and you're going to have to take that up with who you serve. Okay, which is not me. And so what I'm doing is I am the messenger. I like to kind of clean off the blurred lines, the mist that's on a lot of people's eyes, which is the scales of Leviathan. Okay, yes, I've been listening to Prophetess Tiffany Montgomery, and honey, she will get you right. And if your heart is open and if you have thick skin, you can get through, and she will really, help you with getting into your word. Okay. All right. So Titus also says, okay, and highlights qualities like being blameless, faithful to their spouses, having obedient children. Boom. So let's get into the children. Okay. We all know that his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, she got pregnant at 13. Okay. The other daughter, Miss Cora, she also, had some dealings with fornication as a teenager. And one of the reasons maybe is because allegedly their children had their own house on the property, but they did not live in the same home as their parents. You guys can do your own research on that. I actually watched an interview about one of the friends that actually went out and actually had an interview with a very top blogger, and she explained that they actually lived on the outside of the home. They had a home on the property, but they did not live in the home with their parents. And so the only reason why someone would have their children on the outside of the home is because they did not want them to partake or see what they were doing. Now, certain spirits that are on people, demons, they don't just wash off. You can't just get in the shower and wash them off. It is all over them, okay? I can name some people: Donnie McClurkin, Bishop Eddie Long. He's no longer with us, Eddie Long, but he had a scandal with him. And if you can actually look, if you have the power of discernment on you that is placed by God, you will actually be able to see these spirits, okay? And so there are certain spirits that's on Bishop T.D. Jakes that I don't like, and I could not sit under a person, a shepherd, a messenger like that, okay? I just couldn't. All right, so I understand he has a lot of followers. And you know what? The thing about it is, in the word, it says in Matthew's, I think chapter 7, okay? Chapter 7, Matthew's. It says that basically in there, it's wide as the road of destruction. So it's no wonder that a person who is living foul, not saying this guy is, I'm just saying in general, a person who has a lot of fame and fortune, sometimes that road is easy. That road is very easy. Wide is the road of destruction. Very narrow is the road to heaven. I was taking a shower yesterday, and the Holy Spirit just talks to me, and He says, you know what, this was, I took it as funny, and you guys may think it's funny, but God has a sense of humor. He said the reason why the flesh doesn't go with you, our bodies, is because in hell it wouldn't be any room. Okay, so we're all spiritual here, so our spirits go back to heaven, and we're all judged. Now let's get into the judgment part. A lot of people feel like, oh, thou shalt not judge. You should not. First of all, thou shalt not judge is not a part of the 10 Commandments. Okay, all right. We are supposed to judge. You're supposed to judge that red light. Okay, if you're just going around and not judging while you are driving, you are going to get in several accidents. If you don't judge the person that you plan to marry, you're going to have somebody on you that may not be for you. If you don't judge the food that you eat, okay, if you don't judge the street you go down, you're never going to get to your destination. So you have to judge, okay? And there is a such thing as righteous judgment. And so a lot of people get that kind of mixed up, like the story of Mary Magdalene, and they were about to stone her. And of course, Jesus came by and said, he without sin cast the first stone. There's another verse in Matthew 7 as well, guys. Read the whole book so you can get the synopsis of what I'm saying, that it says, if you don't take the wood out of your own eye, how can you see someone else's wood in their eye? And so once that wood is taken out of your eye, you can see someone else to help them. So he's not saying not to judge, because to judge, you have to judge to help others, okay? Of course, you want to make sure that you don't have issues with yourself, as far as, if I'm saying, oh, someone else needs to lose weight, I have to make sure that I'm losing weight as well, and making sure that I look the part and living the part, so there's no confusion. And so it's a lot of confusion there. And so I hope that I cleared that up for you guys. And so with Bishop T.D. Jakes, there's so much confusion. It's so much confusion. The red, the hanging out with Hollywood, the hanging out with people with money, even his weight is saying that he's not taking care of himself. How can he take care of others? Okay, and so I just hope that he gets his life together, because he has a lot of influence. And so just because you have a lot of influence, it's not saying that you're godly. Okay, it says in the word, that all you have to do is get to one person, and whatever you do is not in vain. And that's what pushes me, because at the moment I'm still building my influence. And I always, I don't ever want people to follow me, because I'm not Jesus. Don't follow me, because I'm human and I mess up. But you know what I mean. And so what drives me is to know that, no, I don't have to have millions of people watching me. I can have one person that listens to this message, and they can go forth and maybe live differently, or correct some things that may be going on in their life. And they can maybe credit God for that, because that's all we are messengers, okay? And so, yeah, him hanging out with Diddy, I don't get a feeling of, oh, he's trying to change Diddy, oh, he's trying to, clean him up or pray for him and things like that. I think even for Kim Porter's funeral, of course, he was the officiator of that. He was the person who spoke over her funeral. He's a big time pastor, bishop of celebrities. And so because basically, Diddy has that mark on him, he should not be hanging out with him at all. Okay, I don't agree with it. I don't agree. But you guys let me know in the comments what you feel. Okay? And be careful who you listen to. You have to understand, if you listen to people who are not living correctly, it's going to jump on you, and then you're not going to live correctly. Because why listen to someone that you're not going to want to, basically follow what they're doing? Right? So if you're around a Jezebel spirit, honey, that Jezebel spirit is going to come, basically jump on you and cause you to act just like them. If you're around a spirit of basically perversion, that is going to jump on you. I don't support certain things. I'm just not going to do it. We're supposed to love one another, and with love comes correction. And so that's what this video is about. It's for correction. People who don't want to be corrected, you don't want to get to the heavens. I know one time a lot of people in the comments were saying, well, let God judge. Well, honey, once you at God's door, it's too late. You're no longer on earth. You're no longer living. You're actually spiritually in heaven, and you're about to be judged. And so if you don't get it right now, then you know where you're going. It is what it is. It's not my word. It's in the word. Okay? So don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself. Because this word was left for us to basically live. And we can live abundantly, and we can live everlasting when we believe. But just follow the rules. You don't have to agree. You don't have to go along with it. You pray for them and you keep it moving. So everybody who is worshiping under a person who is not living right, just know that smudge is going to get on you. Okay, and there are plenty of pastors out here, plenty of people you can listen to with influence that they are preaching the right stuff, but you have to do the research. Sometimes when we're comfortable, sometimes that can breed confusion. Remember, God changes us out of adversity, out of uncomfortableness. That's usually when we call on him, right? We call on him when we need him, but call on him when you don't, when you feel like everything is fine. Even we need him every day, but don't just call on him when you need him. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I hope I did this video as clean as possible, guys. I could have said more, but I'm very careful in what I say, and I ask you to do the same. All right, make sure you thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you have not already. Cut on your notifications and leave us a comment. Guys, make sure you are following us on the community board too. We post a lot on the community board. We really do. And so I'd ask you to go ahead and do that, as well as check out our videos. And I'll see you next time.